Hello everyone, welcome to Home Cooking with me Hema Subramanian. Today we're going to see two wonderful continental dishes that makes for a perfect meal. I'm sure you would love some nice butter garlic mushrooms with some tasty and delicious and creamy pink sauce pasta. So let's get started and check out these recipes. To the pan, add 100 grams of unsalted butter. Once the butter is completely melted, add 1 large onion finely chopped. Saute the onions for about 2 minutes. Next, add 600 grams of fresh button mushrooms. Now, if you don't have button mushrooms, you can use any other mushrooms that's available for you. Just make sure whichever mushrooms you're using that they are fresh. If the mushrooms are too large, you can cut them into half. Now I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of finely chopped garlic. Mix everything well so all the mushrooms are nicely coated with the garlic and onions and the butter. After about 5 minutes, add 1 teaspoon of salt. Next, add 1.5 teaspoons of crushed pepper. Mix everything well. You can see how the mushrooms are beautifully cooking in those juices. It's released all that excess moisture. Once the mushrooms are completely cooked, add some chopped coriander leaves. Mix everything well. If you get parsley, you can also use that instead of coriander. So you can see the mushrooms have got this lovely golden brown color. It's cooked to perfection. These beautiful and juicy button mushrooms are coated with the garlic and butter and the pepper and coriander. The flavors are just spot on. They make for a perfect side dish. You can serve it with any main course of your choice, or you can enjoy it as is with some nice bread by the side. I'll give you a couple of links for the other mushroom recipes that I've made earlier. You can check them out as well. So for more exciting and wonderful recipes, subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell icon to get your notifications. For this recipe, first we're going to cook the pasta shells. Boil a pot of water, add a little salt. So I'm adding about 3 cups of penne pasta. It's a 250 ml cup. So you can use any pasta of your choice to make this recipe. So we need to cook the pasta till they are al dente, because when you add them to the sauce, you will be continuing to cook the pasta. So you don't want to overcook it now. So when the pasta is almost about 90% done, strain it and keep it aside. So next we're going to blanch the tomatoes. Just make 2 slits on the bottom of the tomatoes. This will help to blanch them faster and the skin will come off easily. Boil some water in a pot and add the tomatoes to the hot water. So I've taken about 8 small tomatoes for this recipe. So once the tomatoes are blanched, remove them from the water, peel off the skin, chop them into pieces and grind them to a nice fine puree. Keep the tomato puree aside. So now we're going to start making the pasta. To a nice white pan, add about 75 grams of unsalted butter. Once the butter melts, add about 1 tablespoon of oil. Next, add finely chopped garlic cloves, about 10. So you can use olive oil or refined oil. Don't use anything with a very strong smell or flavor. Now add 1 large onion finely chopped. Saute it for about 2 minutes. Next I'm adding a cup of chopped green capsicum. Add a cup of chopped red capsicum. So make sure they are all of equal size pieces. Now add a cup of boiled sweet corn and mix everything together. Once you've cooked the vegetables for about 2 to 3 minutes, add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon pepper, 1 teaspoon red chili flakes and about 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Mix everything together. So the seasoning is very important because it's going to add a lot of flavor to the pasta. If you don't have Italian seasoning, you can use oregano as well. So the next step is to make the white sauce. I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of maida, that is all-purpose flour, to the vegetables. Now I'm going to make this a little differently. I'm going to show it to you in a different method. Mix the maida, that is all-purpose flour, along with the vegetables and cook it for about a minute. So this is going to coat all the vegetables. So now I'm going to add about 1 cup of milk. Now gradually add milk till you get a nice thick creamy consistency. Now that you have this nice creamy consistency, add the tomato puree and mix that in. You can see how beautifully the sauce is coming together. Now I'm just going to add 1 tablespoon of tomato ketchup. This is optional, so if you don't want to add tomato ketchup, you don't have to. Another ingredient that I'm adding is 1 teaspoon of paprika powder. So if you don't have paprika, you can also use the regular red chili powder. Again, this is also optional. So to make the sauce all the more richer and cheesier, we're going to add 4 slices of cheese and just mix everything together till it's all well blended. If you feel the sauce is too thick, you can just dilute it a little bit with some milk. Now add the cooked pasta shells and mix everything together till the pasta is nicely coated in the sauce. I'll give you a few links to all the other pasta recipes that I've made. You can check them out as well. So finally I'm going to add a handful of basil leaves and mix that in. It'll give a nice flavor to the pasta. This delicious vegetable pink sauce pasta is ready to be served. Make sure you serve it nice and hot. I'm serving it with some nice focaccia bread by the side. You can enjoy it as is. Another tip to go with it is, in case the pasta becomes a little dry, you can always add some warm milk to give that creaminess into the pasta. This is a wonderful and easy recipe that you can try at home. It's got these beautiful flavors and it tastes perfect, just like the ones you get in the restaurant. It makes for a great meal. Everybody at home will love it. You can use any vegetables of your choice. The second edition of our home cooking book is now available on our website 21frames.in. I'll give you the link in the description. You can go and check it out. The book is currently available only in India for now, so you can place your orders on 21frames.in.